Hello, everyone. Good afternoon and welcome to today's class. Okay, we'll be starting shortly. Okay, if your friends, anyone that ought to be in this, that wants to join this office hour and they're not here, you can go for them. Okay, I just want to apologize upfront for the background noise. Okay, I'm in a really busy area, but I just have to do this office and because of the background noise, we may not be able to do so much today. Okay, we will just do a little, and then we'll eventually do the bulk of what we're supposed to do today. We'll do it tomorrow, with along with whatever we're going to be doing tomorrow. But today would be an office hour. The office hour will be really enlightening, especially for those who are still stuck in the task. Okay, and we're going to offer you some thought process, new thought process on how to tackle the task. Okay, so thank you so much for everything, for understanding. Okay, so I'll be muting now, and we'll just allow people to join for the next 5 minutes. Thank you. Okay, I think we can start now. If you're here, just say hi. How has the day been? How has learning been? Okay. How has learning been for everyone? If you have questions, please do well to ask your questions in the office hour forms. Okay. And if you have specific questions about the task, about the resources, about the things, I think you can start. Okay. Sorry for that voice. So I just want you guys to everybody to flow. If you think you're lagging behind, one of the issues I've discovered is most people don't attend office hours. They come to Slack and they complain about task not being clear. they complain about, not that it's valid. These are valid valid issues they are bringing up. Okay, it's valid that you may not understand the task. It's valid that you may think the resources are not tied to the task. It's valid that you feel lost. Those are valid. They are really valid. Would I say complaints? Okay. What's not valid is you not making use of all the resources that are made available to you to help you grow. Okay. If you go through the resources for the week and you feel that the resources for the week is not helping you accomplish the task, okay, the first thing you need to do is you hop onto the office hour question form and ask the question, okay, and be specific about the question. Don't just say, okay, resources are not, okay, this part of this task, okay, the idea of us prompting a user was not taught throughout the week, okay, or it's not in the week resources. The idea of this and that is not in the week's resources, and allow the mentor to come in and give his explanation on why it's not there, or to give an explanation of the concept, really. Okay, so I want us to actually be everybody to be on the same page. I want everybody to be carried along. I don't want to be seeing situations whereby people are late behind. And I know that people are busy. I know you guys are busy. I know this afternoon time may not be the best time for you to hop onto an office hour. But even though you're not there, just ask your question and you can rewatch the videos later. You can watch them later. They are all in the Zuri channel. So you can just go back there at night, watch it later, and then get the information you need, because you're sure that your questions would have been answered for that office hour. So if I want my question to be answered on Friday, the best time for me to ask that question is today, between today and when Friday office hour starts. Okay. Between today now and when Friday office hour starts, I should be able to pen down my question there. Okay. I really want everybody, like I said, I really want everybody to flow. I want to carry everybody along. The submission of tasks, I've been looking at the number of people submitting tasks and all. Immediately it entered week. That's this week 4, it has dropped. Okay, I don't know why it's dropping, but I want to encourage everyone that you can still make it. This is not the first coding assignment we will be, or coding task we will be doing. From henceforth, it's going to be coding all the way. We didn't come to learn Node.js for theory to answer OBJ. We came to learn Node.js to build products. And by the reason of completing this your first task, you've already built one product already. But yes, not with Node.js, but with JavaScript, the programming language of Node.js. So like I said, like we discussed in our first, second week, that JavaScript is the programming language of Node.js. Okay, Node.js is a server-side scripting application or platform whereby you can be able to do some scripting at the back end and the server side, basically. But JavaScript, and basically we also laid the premise on how Node.js makes use of JavaScript as a programming language to be able to get things done. So I really want to encourage everybody, tell your friends, help one another. When I mean help, I don't mean write codes, and I don't mean go steal codes or allow people steal codes from you. If you find out that someone else stole your code, please let me know. Those things are prohibited. You can come together, brainstorm to be able to solve a particular challenge, okay, to get your thought process right. But when it comes to writing codes, you ought to do it yourself, okay? So I won't, any form of plagiarism, I will not be taken lightly, okay? So we will just answer the questions we have for the week, and then we'll go into some few pointers to accomplish your task for week 4. Okay, so let's go. The first question I have here is, are we supposed to use promises? Okay, this week we learned about async, we learned about inheritance, we learned about promises, okay, whereby you are using axiom and the rest, okay. Are we supposed to use promises and the rest of what was taught this week, or can we use regular conditional statements? Okay, I'll answer this question this way. You can use whatever you want to use, okay? The whole idea is, I don't want to, this is not a front-end task. So I was not expecting you in any way to have a UI, HTML, CSS. Okay, I said this on during our Monday office hour, okay, and I'll be repeating it again today. I do not expect to see those things. In fact, if I see those things, except your design is just wowed me, that's when I can excuse it. But if I see those things, it's likely to reduce the points, take away from the points you're supposed to get. Maybe 2 points, 0.2 points or 0.3 will be deducted from your work, because from the task alone, using prompt a user. If you are being in JavaScript, for those that have been using JavaScript, when you see prompt a user, you should know that I'm talking to you about the prompt function, the prompt method. Okay, for beginners, you may not understand that it may be prompt method that you were supposed to use, but we addressed all these in our first office hour on Monday. Okay, and that's why it's important for you guys to go through office hours. Okay, they are important, but not mandatory. Okay, so if you feel using promises would help you get to your desired goal, give you the solution you want, fine. You think only conditionals can help you do that, fine. I just want to see your code working. I think I've seen someone using promises already. I think, and I've seen someone that have not used promises at all. What I just did for them was test their code. Their code is working. I could play the game very well, and so they get all 10 points. Those people get all 10 points, irrespective of how your code was written. Okay. I would like to know if you can submit that GitHub page link. So what you're submitting is GitHub repo link, not profile link, not page link, the repo link. So while doing, we went through the process, we already gone through the process of creating or connecting your repo, Replit repo, your Replit project to a GitHub repo, already created GitHub repo. We went through the steps in our, I think, Tuesday office hour. I think that was on Tuesday, or if it was not on Tuesday, then it was on Monday. So if you missed that, you can go back to our office hour on Monday or on Tuesday, and you will see it there. Okay. So, like I said, GitHub repo link. That's what I want to see submitted. So this is also that you're a full stack student, finding front-end very interesting and easy, but you can't cope with Node.js. So you would like to ask if there's a way of dropping Node.js and focusing on front-end alone. Okay. one of the advices I know we went through in the early office hours, I think for week one, was the idea of choosing between full stack and Node.js. Okay, full stack is when you do front end and Node.js, and then Node.js back end Node.js track is just when you do only Node.js. And I know I explained that there is no particular route to become a full stack developer or to be very good. If you want to do back end, just Node.js, fine. If you want to do front end, fine. But it's all dependent on you. What do you want? How much time are you able to dedicate to this program? Okay, what's your flexibility level like? Do you have the resources for you to continue learning on a daily basis? That's when I mean resources, I mean you have power, you have access to the internet, you have a working laptop, you know, that can, these are the tools that basically you need to succeed in this program and all. So for you being able to drop Node.js for now, no student can either add or drop any of their selected courses. Okay, for now, I don't know if that will change later, but for now, that's the case. And with that said, even if you decide to drop Node.js, you will also be graded. Okay, when your final point to be displayed alongside your performance in Node.js, okay, because you actually applied for full stack. Please kind of talk about the loop of functions, because that's the level of user from one level to another. Please explain better with an example. I tried getting an example to be able to portray my point about getting them, and I was looking for an example whereby I can give without actually spilling the beans for the task for. And just to be honest, I couldn't find any near go-to task or near go-to solution to help you understand. So because of that, that will take us to the next segment of this office hour. I want to just give you, like I told you the other time, I gave you bullet points in words. But this time, I will give you these bullet points as comments, okay, in your Replit document, so that you can just put those comments and put them as your to do, okay? I would share my screen shortly, and then I would also go to Replit, okay, for us to do something quickly. Okay, I believe everyone can see my screen now. I would just want to move this to a new browser where I can be able to properly know what's going over at your end. Okay. Okay, I don't. Okay, okay. It's good. I would close this and just go to index. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. Okay, I already tried writing some code, and I was trying to see if I could just change the task somewhat by just it's quite difficult to do that. Okay, maybe because I've not been relaxed and the environment I'm in right now is kind of not my go-to rest environment. Okay, basically on my toes. So the first thing I want you guys to do when you are approaching the task is to the first thing you want to do is prompt user for username and display it. Okay, so you prompt user, you already know the function to use. Let us say username. Username is the variable in which I want to store the username of the user. What I just need to do is the prompt keyword, okay, the prompt function, sorry, prompt function, and then we say what is your name, okay. With this, if we run it, it's going to give us what is your name, okay, and then what is your name? Basically, we can write what our names or our names here, as the case may be. Okay. For me, it still means Sammy, and with that, the code closes or but done. So after saying the username, prompt user, you can welcome user. Using username, I will do an example of this. It's going to be like console.log, and we have backtick here, and I'll just say welcome and $sign username. Okay, so if I want this code is what is your name? I put Sam and say welcome Sam. Okay. The next thing you want to look at is getting. So one of the ways in which I want to approach this project, this task, is using the for loop. So I will get variables that should be placed outside the variables that, okay, that should be placed outside the for loop. Okay, I'm going to be using for loop here. Okay, and one of these we have let's points, okay, initially points is equals to 0. We say let levels, and levels will be equals to 1, okay. Start from level 1, and then in general thing we are missing let max value. So I want the game to be able to run maximum, let the user be able to get to a maximum of stage 10. Okay, so maximum stage is equals to 10. Okay, and then from there we can use our for statement. This is where the for statement comes in. That this way I want to tackle this task. For people it's different, okay. For other people it's different, but just use what works for you, okay. So one of the another thing is, okay, you can use while loop for okay, you can use basically you can use while loop. So keep on repeating for, okay, let the user continue trying to guess a number, let the user continue trying guessing to try to get a number. You can use while loop for that. So while the number guessed number is not equals to the computer number, the number is supposed to pass int and say prompt, guess a number from 1 to, is it 2, is it 3, is it 4, is it 5, is it 6? Okay, I think this way I will basically stop with my explanation. I don't want to give too much, but if you are having really issues with your task, so I want to see them in the office hour question. Okay, if you feel okay, you don't want to use the office hour questions, I want to see something here on the Slack channel. Sorry, on the YouTube link, YouTube chat. Okay. This I'm going to talk about the loop function because starts will level up the user from one level to another. Okay, so can we use third-party packages? If you want third-party packages, custom font functions, if you want, but this task can be easily done without those unnecessary things. Okay. Okay, someone is asking, what do I mean that the game will generate a number between the range of 1 and 2 is explained. Okay, I will just explain using code. So take for instance, I will just take you through thought process. Take for instance, I want to be able to generate a number between, because the first example is generate a number between 1 and 2. I will just come to Google how to generate random number in JavaScript between 1 and 2. So we have something here. We'll check it out. Okay, this does not give us what we want. Hopefully, okay, I don't want to just tell you the answer, but the answer is not just random, but I want you to see it yourself. That's why I'm taking the pains to go to Google. Okay. Not random. Think Stack Overflow would do justice to this. Okay, so I've got 31 solutions and I've got something with a good. The following code works only if the minimum value is 1. It does not work for minimum values other than 1. If you wanted to get a random integer between 1 and only 1 and 6, that's 1 and 6, you will calculate it this way. So this is the function we use to get the what the guess of the game. Okay, not exactly this function. I'll make a few tweaks to it, but it's going to be like let from guess, that's computer guess equals to, okay. So instead of putting 6 here, hard coding 6, I want to put, okay, I would want to put, let us see, okay, let's say okay, I will come where this first statement is. Okay, I'll just like try to write the first statement. Let I is equals to 2, and we'll say as long as I is less than or equals to 10, and then we will increase the value of I. Okay, this is like reverse. Normally, you see people doing greater or equal to, but I'm deciding to do this way. Let I equals to 2. And when I say I is equals to 2, I'm talking about the maximum range. Minimum range is 1, maximum range is 2. Okay, for that first set of working the code with the code. So it's going to be since 1 is basically constant, I'm just trying to say, okay, let I equals to look to I. Basically, I is not like the 2 represents 2. You don't need any variable to represent 1, and it's not yet. So let I equals to 2. I want my game to end at stage 10. So when it is less than or equals to 10, I want you to increase the less than or, I will not say less than or equal to, less than 10. I want you to increase, do an increment by 1. Okay. And then basically this helps. Okay. I can now put this code I just wrote here, function X. And yeah, that's how basically it will look. Okay, I don't know why this is giving me an error. Okay, I'll see where the error is coming from. Okay, so with that, I'll take this away. Okay, so basically, this is how you get so the computer gets stored here. I'm putting I because I is changing. When I is increased here, I equals to 3, and that means I equals to 3. Okay. As we move forward, that's just going to how you can easily tackle the problem at hand. Okay, you can do already your user gets something like this, but sorry, something like this. Okay, you want the user to be able to guess a number between 1 and 2. Between 1 and 2. Okay, so for when you are considering the user input, instead of you just say prompt to prompt the user, you can use pass int. We already talked about the usage of pass int already. Okay, so it's nothing new to you guys. Okay, so nothing new to you guys. Okay. I just want to go through YouTube for a little while, and then we'll come back to what we're doing. Okay, I will just, should I just continue? Okay, this is bad. Okay, pardon me, there'll be quite a lot of mistakes in my end. Like I said, I'm not settled here. my head is still up in the clouds. So pardon my mistakes. I can just say, okay, let user guess is supposed to pass it from. So when I'm saying pass if you put a letter in my code where I want a guess, okay, put the letter E instead of putting 1 or 2, okay, it will tell you it doesn't recognize it. Your command, you can try again and all that. Okay. So you can also put everything in worded form. And when I mean worded form, okay, so you can also want the user to enter a number between 1 and 2. Let's say, okay, enter a number one and okay. Already I'm supposed to use this. Okay. And this I'll put it as so sorry, the last time. Thank you. Everything still within scope. Okay. Everything still within scope. This code should run. Okay. Let me console.log user yes. Okay, so I'll just comment all these out. Okay, you can see it's already increasing, but here I can pass D, E, and say not a number, no conditional statement, so it does need to run when it ends, because I have only 10 tries. Okay. So you can see I is increasing and all. I don't want to go further because it's more like I'm already doing the task for you. I don't want to go further. Okay, so thank you so much for staying with me to the end of this office hour. I'm trying as much as possible not to go further, that I won't be doing the task for some people. So for that first for Ima, I think you right now you understand what it means to generate a number between the range 1 and 2. So allow computer to do the we use the math.floor, the math.random to generate a random number between 2 numbers, okay, or generally in a number, okay. So I hope you've learned something already, and I hope with this you can be able to do something tangible and submit your task. Okay. We can close the session now. Thank you so much for joining us. I will see you tomorrow by 12 p.m. If you have any questions, remember the office hour form is still open for week 4. Make sure you fill the one for week 4, not the one for week 2, not one for week 3, the one for week 4, so that I can be able to see your questions and we can tackle them together. Thank you so much for staying with me, you guys. Take care. Bye.